Alright YouTube, so it has been quite a while since we made a Final Fantasy VII Remake video, and that's for a couple of reasons. First off, there's just not really any information out there. Every few months we'll get something small like, hey, this composer is going to work on the game, which to some people is kind of big information. And I absolutely love the music from Final Fantasy VII and really just the Final Fantasy series in general, but that's not the kind of information I'm looking for, bro. I want a trailer, I want some gameplay, a release date, release window, whatever. That's the main reason why we haven't really made any videos. There's just not really much to talk about. And secondly, it's because I've kind of like given up on the game, but also not exactly given up on the game. It's just I don't really search for information anymore. I just don't even care at this point. You know, I got hyped in 2015 when they first announced this at E3 2015, and we've sat here and waited, and I made videos for almost 3 years about this game, and still nothing. Since 2015, we still have only had a bitch about this so much. 2 different trailers. We have the reveal trailer and this gameplay trailer you're watching right here, and that's all, other than like articles and random like screenshots and stuff here and there. That's all we've ever got for 3 years now. Really the biggest issue surrounding this game that involves Tetsuya Nomura and Square Enix, it's very common with them, is announcing shit too goddamn early. They announced this game well before they were even ready to give us anything for it. I'm surprised they even had a gameplay trailer to give us, seeing as how far behind they actually are. We've seen it with so many of their games, more specifically coming up Kingdom Hearts 3. That shit was announced in 2013, and it's not coming out till the very beginning of 2019. So you might as well say 6 years. They announced that game 6 years ago. So more than likely, this game we're not going to see for another couple years at this point. And like I said, I haven't exactly given up on the game. It's still my most anticipated game whenever it decides to finally drop. My favorite game of all time, getting a remake on modern consoles, I'm all about that shit. But I just kind of don't look for information now. I'm waiting for that day that I just like pull up Twitter and people like tag me in a post, or there's like a trailer in my damn news feed, or I pull up YouTube, there's a fucking trailer. It's just like I can be surprised again and be happy again about this game. Because when I'm searching for information and there's nothing out there and we don't have any release windows, release dates, that shit just pisses me off, upsets me, and makes me almost resent the game. And I don't want to do that because it is my favorite game of all time. All that being said, my bitching out of the way, when there is something worth talking about, we will talk about it, and that's why we're here today. At a closed event, Tetsuya Nomura answered a question, and he kind of suggested that they're either going to potentially like re-release the compilation of Final Fantasy VII games, or maybe even remake them. I'm not entirely sure what he means by it. Quick shout out to Metal Gear Ray on Twitter. My dude's hooked me up a few times with some FF7 Remake information. He's the reason I'm making this video today. Thanks, man. At a closed event for the World's End With You Final Remix, held on October 30th, producer Tetsuya Nomura answered various fan questions. One of them was simply, I want to play Before Crisis Final Fantasy VII again. And for those that might not be aware, Before Crisis was a mobile-only game in Japan, and I believe it's also the earliest like setting in the Final Fantasy VII Universe. Like it takes place before Crisis Core, thus the name, which also takes place, of course, before the original game. But being that it was only a mobile game in Japan, obviously not a lot of people out there have played it, and it's not really something you can get anymore. You can probably find it online, but it's not like something you can just go in the App Store and download. Nomura responded, not everyone may know this, but I'm remaking Final Fantasy VII. Right now I'm concentrating on Kingdom Hearts 3, but when that's finished, 7 will be where I head next. I'm thinking about ideas regarding the remake's release. I've even spoke to producer Kitase about it today. All of us old-timers are considering various developments in regards to what accompanies the remake. Like if we can manage to do something about the compilation of Final Fantasy VII Titles 2. For the time being, please wait for 7's turn to come. And right there is kind of what I'm talking about. I don't really know what he means. He just says like something that accompanies the Final Fantasy VII Remake with the compilation of Final Fantasy VII games. Like, does that mean just upscaling the graphics, re-releasing them, just re-releasing them with their current graphics, remaking them? I'm not entirely sure, but they're suggesting that they might do something with the other titles that enter in the Final Fantasy VII universe. I find this a little bit weird though because of a past interview that Tetsuya Nomura has done with Siliconaire. It's a video I've actually made before, where he actually talked about how these spin-off titles may not even have an overall coherence with the current remake. He was quoted as saying, concerning Final Fantasy VII Remake, which is a title loaded with a lot of mystery for now, it will be different from the original Final Fantasy VII. If we make a compilation, these games will hardly have an overall coherence. It will be difficult because there is no more continuity between the compilation and the remake for the moment. So even to this day with that interview, I'm not even sure what he means exactly by there's not going to be any continuity between the compilation games and the actual remake. We know that the remake's going to be different in a way. They're not going to change major things about the game or the story, but it's going to be different in some aspect. But I don't know what he means by there's no continuity, unless like they're just not, they're going to cut a lot of stuff from those games. I'm not sure. Either way, whatever they mean by this, I hope that they do it, like accompany the other games in the universe with Final Fantasy VII Remake. Like even if it's just porting them to like Xbox One, PS4, or whatever platforms they're going to be on. Because a lot of these games need to be played by people who love Final Fantasy VII, but maybe have never played those games. Because Dirge of Cerberus, to the best of my knowledge, is only on PS2. Crisis Core, again, to the best of my knowledge, only on PSP. And of course, Before Crisis was a Japan mobile game. So it's like, there's a lot of, you got to go out of your way to be able to play a lot of these games. It'd be nice to have them packaged together with the remake, so people can play those if they want to. Anyways, at least there's something to talk about when it comes to FF7 Remake. Hopefully, after Kingdom Hearts 3 comes out, there'll be more information to actually talk about, because this is one of my favorite games to discuss. Anyways, you know how it goes. Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you guys went on to enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Turn on notifications. Follow me on Twitter at @TheDashingDavid, at my Discord. Links to my social networks are in the description and in the outro. Later, guys.
Give me forever for a while, give me forever for a while. Quit acting like a baby, or at least less like a child. Give me serenity, or at least just peace of mind. Give me clarity.